Paul Duchene and Rob Sass from Sports Car Market Magazine. We're at the Silver Auction on March the 31st, 2007 in Portland, Oregon, and we're looking at cars that are coming across the block. This here is a 1973 Mustang, and it's convertible, and it's got quite a lot of history with it, and it's a car that we both like a lot, so we're going to talk a little bit about it and explain exactly why. Well, I think one of the things about it is the history on it is pretty complete. It's got some oddities about it that really ring true. It's got the original window sticker that tells us it was a 302 and a 3-speed car with just a 2-barrel carburetor, so it must be a stone. I think one of the things I like about it is that somebody really loved it and has looked after it and they tracked it. It's got some touches like Mustang 2 mags and so forth, which Rob says are
I believe are correct for the year of this car. But yeah, you know, it's kind of an odd trip through the option sheet on this car, as we alluded to earlier. You know, it's got the small motor, but it's got power windows, AM/FM stereo radio, factory mag wheels. So it kind of an interesting take on you know, the original owner, the way he fitted this thing.
You know, I think the thing I like about it is it's obvious that somebody has loved it and they've kept up with it, and that's tremendously important, especially with the convertibles, especially in the Northwest, where you know only have to have a couple of summers of neglect and stuff's falling apart on you, and you can never catch up with it. Somebody loved this car most of its life. The door fits and the hood fits are pretty random, but that's correct for the period as well, I'm sorry to say. These cars haven't made much of a dent in the market yet, but you know, this is going to be an interesting one to watch because with all its history and even with its peculiar equipment, I haven't seen a nicer one, and actually by the time you get to 73, stripes and ram air doesn't mean a thing because they don't have any horsepower anyway, and what this is a very clean, very nice, and it's got real eye pop, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does. It includes the interior. It's all correct. Is it original, Paul? What do you think?
Yeah, I think it is.
I think so too.
Largely an original car.
I really do. And most of the, you know, let's face it, most of the interior of this car is plastic in some form or another, and that stuff doesn't age particularly well. And you know, you get you know, cracks and bad scuff marks, especially white. I mean, you know, white's not going to hide a whole lot.
No, indeed.
But all the plastic, all the interior bits, all there, and all very, very nice. I mean, somebody really, really cared for and loved this car.
So my question on this one is, why is he selling it? I mean, he's obviously been in love with it for a long time. He's done his job. He's looked after it. What does he want to buy next? That's my question.
Well, you know, maybe it's a situation where you've got a long-term owner who's just getting too old to enjoy the car, and it's ready, you know, ready for somebody else to care for and love, hopefully as much as he did.
Could be, could be. So, okay, you've got your wallets out. Where do you stop on this one?
Well, you know, it's tough because this is one of those cars we pretty much need to throw away the guidebook. If I had to guess, I'd say that you know, the guidebook says that, you know, that a great 73 Mustang Convertible is probably a $15,000 car, 13 to 15, somewhere in that range.
Right. I think you're right on that.
You know what? I'd toss away the guidebook on that. I'd bid with my heart and not with my head, as Dean Cruz says, on this car.
I think you're absolutely right. And actually, I think this car is going to be worth watching. It's going to be interesting. I think it'll surprise us all. And if it doesn't, I hope it goes to the next auction. And when somebody falls in love with this car, it's gone. And I don't think it's going to matter what it costs.
What do you think? Would $20,000 for this car surprise you?
No, as a matter of fact, it wouldn't. And I'd consider it a pretty good buy, frankly.
Frankly, I would too.
I mean,
a 4-seat convertible with some style, in just absolutely wonderful condition for $20,000. What else are you going to buy?
Exactly. Yeah, we like it. Thumbs up on this one.
Definitely.